Greetings. I hope this finds you all well and that you're looking forward to a wonderful Thanksgiving week in the coming days. Wanted to share some information with you this morning. First of all, starting with the Discernment team. Well, the Discernment team had their first meeting Thursday, November 17th. The meeting was an introductory meeting of laying a foundation for their work. The meeting began with a commitment to cover the process in prayer. The group also agreed on a covenant for how they will conduct themselves during their meetings. There was an open discussion representing the various views surrounding issues facing the United Methodist Church. Some of the issues of concern were bishops and annual conferences not following the Book of Discipline, and the perceived progressive direction of the United Methodist Church. The predominant issue was that of disaffiliation. The group discussed the options on disaffiliation: take a vote, do not take a vote, or wait until after General Conference 2024 to decide on disaffiliation. Obviously, no decisions were made. The group agreed that there needed to be more education of the congregation so that they fully understand the current situation. The team also made a commitment to engage the congregation in the discernment process so that every voice is heard. We will likely do a congregational survey after the first of the year. A member of the discernment team and I will be at the church at 4 p.m. every Sunday starting November 27th, except for Christmas and New Year's, to hear your questions and concerns. And you can certainly talk with your Sunday school representative. And once the team is ready to make a recommendation to the church council, there will be congregational meetings for you to share your opinions on that recommendation. The team's next meeting will be Saturday, December the 10th from 9 to noon, and the team will finish its work by February 15th. I have said from the very beginning that I will not intentionally influence the congregation's decision. This is your all's church, and I'm literally just passing through. My job is to help you make the best decision for this congregation. But part of my job is to make sure you have accurate information. And some people will accuse me of trying to influence, but I assure you I am attempting to prevent misinformation. I have frequently warned you all about what you read and what you hear, and to be aware of bias that exists. We often do not think critically about what we read or hear, particularly if it supports our position. We should always ask, who wrote this, and do they have an agenda? Remember, when someone has a bias and/or an agenda, they will tend to exaggerate. We should ask, can I verify what they're saying is true, and is what they are saying fact or opinion? Now, it would be nice if we had a crystal ball so we could know what was going to happen over the next 3 or 4 years, but we don't. Therefore, we need to operate on what we know today and not make decisions on assumptions or what might happen sometime in the future. Well, what we know today is that the doctrinal and theological standards of the United Methodist Church have not changed. Our position on the importance and the authority of Scripture is what it has been for over 200 years. The position of the church on the issue of human sexuality has not changed. The 2019 General Conference affirmed the denominational's traditional position, and actually they strengthened that position. The call for disaffiliation is a result of the perceived progressive direction of the United Methodist Church. But the official position of our denomination is no more progressive today than it was when the denomination was formed in 1968. It is actually more traditional. Are there progressive elements in the United Methodist Church? Absolutely. And there has been from the very beginning. Do we have progressive bishops, seminary professors, clergy? Absolutely. Have some of them questioned the divinity of Jesus, the authority of Scripture, the resurrection? Yes, some of them have, but not all of them. We have over 38,000 clergy in the United Methodist Church, and I can guarantee you they are not all progressive. And not even all of the progressives question the divinity of Jesus, the authority of the Bible, or the resurrection. Have some of those progressive bishops and clergy broken covenant by disobeying the discipline? Absolutely, and they should not have. Have clergy broken the covenant by officiating at same-sex weddings? They have. And some have gone unpunished, while others have had their credentials taken away. Have annual conferences broken the covenant by ordaining openly gay candidates? A few have, while most have not. Did the Western jurisdiction break covenant by electing not one, but two openly gay bishops, one in 2016 and another just a couple of weeks ago? Yes, they did, and they shouldn't have. But let me help you put the Western jurisdiction in perspective. The Western jurisdiction is made up of 5 annual conferences spread over 12 states, compared to the Southeastern jurisdiction, which is made up of 14 annual conferences across 9 states. The Southeastern jurisdiction has 346 delegates a couple of weeks ago. The Western jurisdiction had 96. And of those 96, 73 of them voted to elect a gay bishop. This is an extreme example of the tail wagging the dog. We are acting as if 73 people represent the denomination, and they do not. The Western jurisdiction is only one of 5 in the U.S., and there are 7 central conferences around the world that function like jurisdictions. The Western jurisdiction does not speak for 6+ million United Methodists in the U.S. and another 6+ million United Methodists around the world. Is it possible that the United Methodist Church might become more inclusive by removing the prohibitive language regarding human sexuality? It is possible, maybe even probable, but it hasn't happened yet, and no one knows if or when it could happen. Is it possible the United Methodist Church will change its theological and doctrinal standards? Anything is possible, but this is unlikely to happen. Please know the facts and don't be influenced by biased opinions. And as always, if you have any questions or just need to talk, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Blessings on you, and I hope you have a great Thanksgiving.